You can now make online payments to Institute of Agro, Technology and Rural Science, University of Colombo via GovPay.
Secretary to the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma announced that the Rebuilding Sri Lanka Fund has so far received nearly 700 million rupees in contribution from Sri Lankans living overseas.
More than 30,470 contributions have been made to the Rebuilding Sri Lanka Fund. So far, France has contributed the largest amount, followed by significant donations from Canada, the United States and Korea.
Meanwhile, the chief incumbent of the Hunupitiya Gangaramaya Temple, Venerable Dr. Kirinde Assajitero, contributed 30 million rupees to the government's Rebuilding Sri Lanka Fund. Meanwhile, a team carrying relief supplies gathered by the Lankarama Temple in Singapore and the humanitarian group Willing Hearts arrived in Sri Lanka yesterday to assist communities affected by recent disasters. The Singaporean delegation visited the Presidential Secretariat today, where they met with the Secretary to the President, Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumarnayaka. A Malaysian delegation comprising a group of religious leaders also met Secretary to the President, Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumarnayaka at the Presidential Secretariat. During the meeting, they pledged long-term support for the Rebuilding Sri Lanka initiative, reaffirming their commitment to ongoing humanitarian and development efforts. The Maldives has delivered 25,000 boxes of canned fish to Sri Lanka to support communities affected by recent disasters. The consignment was formally received in Colombo in the presence of the Maldivian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka and other high officials. Meanwhile, a $3 million grant pledged by the Asian Development Bank to support the country's disaster relief efforts was also officially signed today. Meanwhile, the Australian government yesterday announced the granting of an additional $2.5 million in aid to support Sri Lanka's ongoing recovery efforts. The commitment and mobilization of Sri Lankans living in Australia to raise awareness and gather assistance for those affected by the disaster have been so significant that the issue was even brought up before the Victorian State Parliament, drawing widespread attention and support.
Speaker, I want to acknowledge and thank Sinantha Jayathiklaka, Dr. Randi Fernando and Chandra Bamuna Singh, community leaders for springing into action in raising funds and mobilising donations of packaged goods to send to Sri Lanka. Sadly, not enough of the Western media has focused on this massive disaster.
Meanwhile, the IMF is working with Sri Lankan authorities and partners to assess the humanitarian, social and economic impact of recent disasters, said Julie Kozak, Director of the IMF Communications Department. She noted that a clearer picture of the economy will emerge once local authorities complete their damage assessments. The IMF will continue supporting Sri Lanka's recovery and reforms under its comprehensive loan facility, with the Executive Board set to review progress on December 15th.